Hey guys, this is Dr. Tunis Hunt Jr. and welcome to another Hunt for Wellness blog. Today I want to be discussing exercise, and I want to give you some pointers to make sure that you're getting more of this life-promoting activity into your daily lifestyle. So when it comes to exercise, most people tell me they don't do it as often or as much as they need to because they just simply don't have the time. They have hectic jobs, they have hectic lifestyles, they have a family to support, and they don't have the hour and a half required to go 5 to 7 days a week. Now, I certainly agree with them. No one has that kind of time, and in fact, if I had to exercise an hour and a half, 5 days a week, I definitely probably wouldn't exercise as often as I do or should. So what I'm going to share with you today is some pointers to get you exercising more often and more effectively and efficiently, so that not only is your time exercising decreased, but your results are maximized. Now, the style of exercise that I'm referring to is called burst training, or high-intensity interval training, as some experts call it. It's been around for quite a bit of time now, but has gained more acceptance with the health industry as of late. And you may have heard other health gurus or promoters talk about this style of exercise. I simply call it burst training, and I've been doing it personally about 4 or 5 years now and seen fantastic results as a result of adding this into my lifestyle. The good and the neat thing about burst training is this: it takes very little time. Most of my exercise routines are less than 20 minutes long, and a lot of times less than 10 minutes. And I'm able to get a good sweat, able to burn a lot of calories, and more importantly, set up my body for a long-term fat burn. And that's the real secret behind burst training and why it's so effective. People see more fat loss, more muscle toning, in less time as a result of doing it. So let me explain to you kind of the biochemistry, if you will, or the science behind why this is different than your traditional cardio exercises. You know, your 2-hour bike rides or an hour and a half on the elliptical or the treadmill, and why this style of exercises seems to show better and bigger results. Your body has a couple options when it comes to energy. You eat, obviously, to get energy, and glucose is utilized in your body for energy. Well, the extra glucose that you consume when you eat doesn't go to waste, and your body stores it for a later time and date. It's stored in the form of what they call glycogen. Glycogen can be stored in your liver, so your other organs can use it later. It can be stored in your muscle fiber, so your body can be strong and use it when you walk and lift and do different things. And lastly, it can be stored as fat. Fat was always designed to be our long-term storage tank. So in our hunter and gatherer times, if you will, they would hunt and gather, and then to live without having to hunt every time they needed something, or every time their body needed energy, the body could go and pull the fat storage and start utilizing it. Well, unfortunately, so many people in our society today are just having too big of that fat storage tank, and you may be one of them. Or two, the body just isn't doing a good job of utilizing that fat storage for energy. And so what this style of exercise does is it retrains the body to go and get that fat so that you burn the fat long term. When you exercise, your body uses glycogen, and it typically does that initially when you start out exercising, the first couple minutes, maybe 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. After that, however, the body has to go to that long-term storage tank, which is your fat tank. Now, if you're following along here, you may say, well, that doesn't make sense. It sounds like to me that if I ran long or I rode long, I'd burn more fat. And the answer is this: you will burn probably more fat when you exercise, when you do long endurance exercise training. And that's because the body's actually burning it. But what happens when you're done with exercise is this: your body will demand feeding it. And the body will replenish or replace what you took away. And because you burn fat, it stores fat again. Burst training is much shorter interval of time, so you only burn the glycogen and not the fat, so you deplete a lot of your glycogen stores. And so when you're done working out, the body will, when you feed itself, repair or replenish the glycogen, and your body will use fat for the energy. Now, out of the 24 hours a day that you exist, Do you spend more time in the gym exercising or more time at home or at work or whatever resting? And the answer is simply you spend less time in the gym and more time living life. And if you had to pick a fuel source that utilized most of your time, would you want fat to be it or something else? And if you're like me, I want my fat to be utilized most of the time. And that's the way, or that's why people burn 10, sometimes 15 times more fat after working out with burst training than people do when they do traditional cardiovascular, treadmill type exercise. Now, am I saying that type of exercise is bad or wrong? I'm not. And I'm a big proponent. If you love running, if you love cycling, I encourage you to continue to do that. But if you're struggling with weight and you want to burn fat, or if time is an issue when it comes to exercise, you don't need to do those style of exercise in order to get in shape. Now, as you can tell, I'm not in a gym right now. I'm actually at home in my house, and I wanted to do this and show you exercise, not in a gym, to prove the point that you don't need expensive gym equipment, a gym membership even, and that you can do this in the comfort of your own home, your office, if you travel, in your hotel room. Anytime that you can put on some sneakers, or not even sneakers sometimes, but dedicate 5 to 15 minutes of exercise, you can get a really good routine in that not only stimulates fat loss, but helps you cardiovascularly. So what I'm going to do is demonstrate a few things for you and show you exactly what that looks like. One of the things you can do is simply reach down, touch your toes, and jump up in the air. And what you're going to want to do is do this for approximately 30 seconds, rest for about 30 to 60 seconds, and repeat that. And you're going to do that about 5 to 7 times. So simply, you're going to reach down to the ground and jump up in the air. Reach down, jump up in the air. Reach down, jump up in the air. And you're going to want to do that as fast as you can for about 30 seconds. That is a great way of getting your cardiovascular system going and burning some fat. After the 30 seconds, you're going to rest, wait approximately 45 to 60, sometimes 90 seconds, and then you're going to repeat that. Other things you can do if you don't want to jump or whatever is simply reach down and touch the ground. You can simply maybe hold some weights, go down, come up, push up, come down, come up, push up. And again, it's all about speed and intensity. Speed and intensity. So the faster you do it, the more you're going to utilize. Some advanced things you can do is just jump in place. You can jump with your knees, and you can do that for 30 seconds. Sometimes I get creative and use stairs. You can do jump up, jump down, jump up, jump down. Again, a very easy and effective way to exercise. I've done that about 2 seconds and I'm already a little bit winded. So you can see how high intensity really gets the body going and moving. You can do any type of exercise, whether it's push-ups, pull-ups, whatever you do very high intensity for 30 seconds, rest 60 to 90, and then repeat. Hopefully this helps. Hopefully this encourages you to get in the gym. Hopefully this helps you burn some fat. Until next time, this is Dr. Tunis Hunt, guiding you on your hunt for wellness.